Hello, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
to Couch Talk. I am, hey, look at me. I'm dressed in a Hawaiian shirt. Jim, what's
And
up with
I
you?
didn't wear one today because I'm saving my brand new Hawaiian shirt that I got for Father's Day this weekend.
I bet everybody thought you wore Hawaiian shirts every single day.
Well, I do most days, but today I didn't actually. I actually have like 8 Hawaiian shirts, and every one of them, except my new one, was dirty.
Okay, so I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt today to remind you that this weekend we are wearing Hawaiian shirts in honor of Father's Day. And so whether you're coming to in-person worship or worshiping at home, we encourage you to wear a Hawaiian shirt. If you're worshiping at home, take a photograph and send it in to us. You can email it to me at lakedeatonumc.com. That's
Did you
our
forget
email.
that? lakedeatonumc.com.
And we'll put those on Facebook next week. And speaking of in-person worship, we are kicking off in-person worship. I hope that you've got communication about that already. I sent out an email earlier this week with a video all about it, but in Lake Deaton Happenings, there's more information about worshiping in person, all about the guidelines and the requirements and all of that. So we hope you read that carefully. Yeah. Make sure you register if you're planning on attending. Registration seems to be going well. There's still lots of space left. The one thing I didn't mention in my video that I made that's very important for people to know is that if you're coming and if you want to take communion, it is a bring your own communion.
BYOC.
BYOC. So bring a bit of bread or cracker in a Ziploc bag, and then some juice or water in a plastic bottle. And when it's time for communion, you just stay right at your seat, and Jim blesses the elements. Jim or Lloyda bless the elements, and you just take communion right there at your seat. And so that way, everybody's communion elements stay sanitary.
Yes.
So that's all I have to say about worship this weekend.
Jim,
Jim,
and let me tell you, so it is so exciting to have everybody coming back, or not everybody, obviously, but so many people. But our goal is to keep it safe.
Yes.
And so we're doing everything that our conference has asked us to do, and we're doing it joyfully because we want to be safe.
Yes.
And so we hope that as you come, that you'll read the guidelines, and then you'll follow them, and we will be asking people to follow them. And
we recognize that most people are going to still be worshiping at home.
Yeah.
The majority of the congregation is going to be worshiping at home, and so we'll be seeing you guys online.
And one of the things you won't see this weekend is Lloyda here, because Lloyda is actually going to be preaching at Coleman UMC this weekend, because Coleman is also going back live. And a lot of people don't know this. Part of Lloyda coming to be with Lake Deaton was that the conference asked us if we would continue to work with Coleman for the next year. So Coleman UMC, that's why you hear us every week. We've been welcoming everybody from Coleman. In fact, if you're from Coleman and you're watching this, we say hello. It's really a wonderful missional opportunity. Coleman's a smaller church, just about 10 miles south of us, right next to the villages. And the Methodist Church has a rich history of what they called as a charge system. So Coleman and Lake Deaton are going to be part of a charge. That means we kind of serve together, and it's a community that we get to bless and welcome, and they bless us too. Everybody from Coleman blesses us, and we bless them. And so you'll be hearing a lot more about that. We have the staff parish is sending out some different information about staffing, and so it's in there as well. But pray for Coleman, and as we welcome them and as we work with them as a congregation, and that actually helps pay part of your pastor's salary as well. So we're thankful for that. Yep. But so we're excited for the opportunities this year, and we'll be talking much more about that. But this weekend, Lloyda will be there, and their worship service is going to be at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning.
That's right.
So she'll probably be here on Saturday night, but at Coleman on Sunday morning. Yeah. So you can pray for her and pray for everybody that's coming to worship at Coleman.
It's exciting.
Sunday.
All right, so I have one last thing, and there's already been one video on Facebook about this, but we cannot get enough information out about this. So we're just going to keep on talking about this until July 1st. This is a data transfer document. Jim,
So who needs to fill that out, Christine?
everybody who is associated with Lake Deaton United Methodist Church. All of your data is stored at New Covenant, because we used to be New Covenant United Methodist Church, and that's where the data is. And right now we still have access to that data, because that's just
Our transition period of the month of June.
Transition period. But on July 1st, we lose all access to that data. And so all through June, we've been trying to get people to fill out this form, because this gives permission for your data to be released from New Covenant and transferred to Lake Deaton's database. And the reason we want to do it this way is it saves us so much time, because we don't have to have you fill out a whole data sheet
Again.
and then have us manually type it all into the computer. And so everybody who is associated, this is not just for members, this is for anybody who
So if
is
Lake
associated.
Deaton United Methodist Church is the place you call home, whether you're a member or not, that this
Yes.
is where you come to worship when you're here or you're watching us online,
Yep.
and you want to, and yet you're registered, or you've been coming for some time, so you're registered with New Covenant, be sure and fill this out.
Fill
How can they
this
get
out.
that to fill it out?
So you can come by the office and pick it up. Lake Deaton Happenings, there's a button, and if you click that button, it'll give you a PDF. You can print that out. You can then stick it in the mail. You can take a picture of it and email it back to us. You can fax it. Well, I don't know if we have a fax machine.
I don't think we have a
We
fax
don't have a
machine.
fax machine, so that one you can't do. But you can come right in and just fill it right out in the
You
office.
can bring it in the
Yeah,
church.
there are so many ways. If you're coming to in-person worship this weekend, we can have some out and you can
Yep.
fill them out there. We want to get this. It's shared on Facebook. I figured out a way to share a document on Facebook, which is not the easiest thing on the world to do, but it's shared on Facebook, and it's also on the website, question
Yes.
mark? It will be on the website if it's not on the website.
So we only have about 12 more days left in this month.
Yes,
So
you have to fill it out before
please
July
fill it out.
1st.
If you don't, you can still come, but it's just going to add more work for you and for us. So please fill it out. We
Fill out
appreciate
this
it.
document. And it's easy. You just have to put your name at the top and then sign it, put your address and the date. So this is like the most important thing for the next couple of days.
Yes.
So that's all we have.
That's all we have.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.
Thank you for watching Couch Talk. Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you all.